Hi there. My name is Jonathan Gibson. I'm the lead matchmaker at Wayfinding Academy. We're a young 2-year alternative college in Portland, Oregon. Um, and we do a lot of things differently than your average college, your average higher education model. And today I wanted to share with you something that we use here that helps our students and our faculty and everyone um, stay in touch with what keeps them learning the way that they want to learn, even in times of uncertainty. Like right now, when we're doing a lot of learning from home or virtual learning out in the world, like you all are, knowing your why, finding your why can really help you anchor to what your purpose is and can help you navigate the uncertainty. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Something that's really important to us at the Wayfinding Academy is knowing our why, our underlying passion, purpose, what drives us, what makes us feel alive, why we're here, what's at our core. And so today, I'm going to share with you a tool, an exercise that we use with all of our students to help everyone find their why, so that they have something to come back to when they need to figure out what to do next or navigate uncertainty, like learning online. And so to do that, I'm going to bring in actually one of our current students, Jessie. Let's see. There she is in the waiting room. Come on in, Jessie. Hey, there's Jessie. Welcome, Jessie.
Hi, Jonathan.
How you doing today? Do you want to introduce yourself? So I already introduced myself.
Sure, I'm doing well. My name is Jessie. I am in cohort 4 right now. And so far, I'm enjoying my second year.
Cool. Thanks, Jessie. The activity we're going to do today, the tool, I call it a tool. It's a tool to help you anchor to your why, as I mentioned before. We call it the 5 whys. And it's something that I do in the first class that all students take at Wayfinding. So Jessie did this last year. And it's something that we like to share with other folks who are looking for new ways to help learn the best they can, whether it's on their own or online or however they're doing it nowadays. So here's how it works. It's a 7-step process, and we're not going to do the whole thing for you today. We're going to kind of do the meaty chunk in the middle, the 5 whys. And so the first couple steps Jessie has already done on her own, which is basically doing a series of prompts to help you get to one thing that you're really passionate about in your life right now. Keeping in mind that as humans, we're passionate about many things. And so Jessie, what is the one thing that you want to focus on today? The one thing that you are really passionate about right now?
So I'm passionate about minority issues, especially like Black Lives Matter, Indigenous Native American lives, and then as well as what's happening down at the borders with separation of children from their parents.
Mm-hmm. And so what is it about what you just shared? What is it about that you're so passionate about, or why are you passionate about that?
I'm passionate because I am a minority and I also struggle with being a person of color. And I don't like seeing anybody who struggles. So, in um, being able to do something and helping in some way, whether it's giving a voice to people who can't, um, that is something that I'm willing to do.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that, Jessie.
Of course.
So let's see if I can reframe that in a few words to sum up for you. It sounds like what you're really passionate about that you want to focus on today is giving a voice to those in need, minorities and other folks who maybe don't have the opportunity to have that voice themselves. Does that sound right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Great. So advocating using your voice for others, specifically minorities. Great. So that's what we're going to start with. So we're going to start the 5 whys here. And the way it's going to work, Jessie, is I'm going to walk you through the 5 whys, kind of facilitate, ask you each why, because each why is a question that sort of digs into the core of the previous answer to go a little deeper, and get more to the core of what's behind that passion, what's beneath it, what's at the core of it. Are you ready to do that?
Yes, let's do this.
Okay. So a little sneak preview for those of you watching. Jessie has done this before and has her answers more or less already prepared. If you were doing this for the first time, I would give you you would have more time to write things out, to think, and it would take a bit longer. But for today's purposes, we're giving you a demo. It's kind of like in those baking shows where you like do all the stuff and you put it in the oven, and then you like, oh, here's one we baked earlier that's already ready, so we don't have to sit here for 45 minutes while it bakes. Similar to that. So Jesse's answers are pre-baked, so to speak. You ready, Jessie?
Yes, let's do this.
Okay, so the first why. The first why is, here we go. So you are passionate about using your voice and advocating for folks, specifically minorities. So why is that important to you? Why is it important to you to advocate and to be a voice for minorities and other folks? Why is that important to you?
Yeah, so like I said, I chose to advocate for minorities because I am one. I continue to struggle with being one, but there are others around the world who are struggling even more than I am and continue to struggle, even people here. And so, like, as an example, Indigenous Native Americans continue to struggle to live in their land because their land continues to be taken away from them. Or what's happening right now in Portland with the Black Lives Movement, and just like being able to help them in any way that I can. And so any of minorities who don't have a voice is what I want to help, what I want to advocate for, who I want to advocate for.
Okay, thanks, Jessie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you ready for the second why?
Yes.
So in the last answer, the thing I want to focus on is giving a voice to others, advocating for others. So why do you think it's important for all people to have a voice, to be heard?
I think all people should be treated equally and fairly because it's everyone's human right. We wouldn't be at war with others, and we could learn a thing or two from others without constant hate.
Thanks, Jessie. Okay, third why. So, why do you think it's so important for us to learn from each other? That's something that you just said that I want to dig into. Why do you think it's so important for all of us humans to learn from each other?
Yeah, it's important for us to overcome hate because having hate in our hearts will eventually consume us like it has done for so many, especially our ancestors. If we lived in a world where people were kind to each other, we would learn that we could be living a happier life. And we would learn things that other cultures practice and learn about their history, which we need more of because our current history is biased.
Okay, so let's see. Go ahead and say that one more time. I'm going to listen a little closer this time.
Yeah.
Get the core of that. Go ahead.
It's important for us to overcome hate because having hate in our hearts will eventually consume us like it has done for so many, like our ancestors. If we live in a world where people were kind to each other, we will learn that we could live a much happier life. We would learn things that other cultures practice and learn their history, which we need more of because our current history is biased.
Okay, so the fourth why I'm going to ask you. This is a little more general, but it's something that stood out from your last answer. Why do you think it's important for all of us, regardless of our background, to continue living a better, happier life with less hate?
It's important because if we don't work to fix the earth, there might not be an earth for future generations to live in. We are so keen on trying to find other planets we can live on that we haven't worked together to keep the one we live on alive. The ocean has so much potential, so much information we haven't even begun to work on. We all need to work together to fix this. And if we all work together, regardless of race or skin color or gender, we would find a common goal.
Okay. All right. The fifth why. You ready? The
Yes.
last level. So why is it so important to you for us to all unite and work together as one people to fix our planet, to fix our earth?
The world would be a better place if we learn from our past. That's the first one. A lot of people's ancestors stole land, killed natives because they thought they were better than them. They stole and forced them to convert to their beliefs and ideas instead of learning about the natives' way of life, their practices and beliefs. It's 2020 now, and we are still fighting over a person's skin color and land. We need to get out of the mindset and learn about natives' culture. And it should be taught in school because our education system is very biased and it doesn't really tell the truth. In doing this, we wouldn't be consumed with hatred and we can move on as a united world to help improve more important things like saving our planet. If we don't do this, we won't have a planet to call home.
Thanks, Jessie. So we just went through the 5 whys. We sort of took 5 steps down beneath what you started with. So we started with, giving a voice to minorities, and we've worked all the way down to the core of that, which is having a planet to live on. But that's all interrelated clearly for you. And so the last step of the 5 whys here, Jessie, is for you to look through what you just shared with us, which you have written down too, the various levels of the 5 why, where you started, where you ended up, and to see if you can sort of thread it all together with one sort of simple statement. It's what we call a why statement, or sometimes a vision statement, but a why statement, which basically sums up in this moment right now what your personal why is. Keeping in mind that we all are, we're humans, we're complex, we have lots of things we're passionate about. We might have more than one why, and it might change throughout our life. And so this is never a perfect, completed statement, but it's something to start with, and it's something that we can sort of hold on to in times of uncertainty. So what I want you to do is take a moment and see if you can thread those together into a statement. And knowing that you have actually done this in advance, you go ahead and read it to us, the pre-baked why statement.
So with this one, I struggled just because it was hard to figure out what kind of words I wanted to use as my last step. But I think I like this one. I think the world would be a better place if we all came together to fix this planet.
Nice. I like that. It's very simple and straightforward, and it does kind of incorporate everything you just said. I think the power of a why statement, especially if you can make it very straightforward and succinct, is that it's something you can refer back to and remind yourself when you're making big decisions or you're trying to navigate the uncertainty of, well, what is it that is driving me? And are the actions I'm taking or the decision I'm making or what I'm doing next in line with that, which is my underlining why? So thanks for sharing that with us, Jessie.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure.
Yeah. And so for those of you watching this, this is a tool that we'd love to share with you, the 5 whys. There's a couple more steps after that, which help you identify what to do next with your why statement, actions to take, starting with simple first steps. And so what we're doing here on the webpage, probably right below this, there will be a PDF that you can click on, you can download, which is our 5 whys workbook, which basically has the steps that we just went through, but also has the couple before and the couple at the end to help you get started and to help you wrap up and move on to the next steps. And so that's what we're offering for you today, is the 5 whys workbook. I encourage you to try it out. You can try it out with a friend like we did and work through it. You can do it yourself and journal. You can do it in a group. And you can do it more than once too. It's a good thing to come back to every once in a while and sort of see, reassess where your why is in this moment. Because as we grow as humans, these sort of things develop with us. And so there you go. That's our presentation today, the 5 whys, finding your why. If you have any more questions about this particular tool, this particular activity, or how else we use this at Wayfinding Academy, or any other questions about Wayfinding Academy and what we're doing, feel free to reach out. We're always open for a conversation. I think down below here, there'll be some contact info for us too. Again, I'm Jonathan, and this is Jessie. We're part of the matchmaking team at Wayfinding Academy, and we hope you enjoyed finding your why with us. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.